Okay, the channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and
Yay.
Dragons.
Uh,
Yeah.
I am Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight: Jason Banks as Radius,
O Deator, Deator, wherefore art thou, Deator, in the ring?
Dove Archambault as Kneecap,
Going back to the beginning.
Millie Cady as Coracoid,
Wait, last thing I knew, I was falling off a cliff.
Paul Weimer as Tarsus,
My God helps those who help themselves with eldritch blasts.
and Nobilis as Spine.
I mean, I say it, but it's true. That really is a public service.
And alas, we are missing Lee Burdett as Malleus. I Radius and Malleus. My brain, I get it right, but I feel like I have to second guess it every time. Not here tonight, but we continue our adventure regardless. When last we left our heroes, the skeleton crew, they finally emerged from the interior of the spire with their newfound or old found, complicated friend Rome the Modron, who had news for them about this whole mess that they've been in, which is that the Great Modron March is currently missing, being held prisoner by none other than Shemeshka the Marauder, the person, the fox fiend lady runner of the Fortune's Wheel Casino that sent you off on this quest long ago. Turns out she's behind the whole thing. Of course she is. But now you have a bit of an inside token because Rome has a platinum casino chip, which he says will get you into the platinum rooms of the casino where Shemeshka's office is. So the current plan is to return to Sigil and to the Fortune's Wheel Casino to confront Shemeshka about what she knows. And you have been traveling in your walking castle back to the Wonder Home, the fantastical little city full of craftsmen and tinkerers and artificers and all folks handy with their hands. Well, that's maybe not true. There's other things you could do with your hands potentially, but in any case, though, as the walking castle is approaching Wonder Home, you once again feel that strange flickering energy field emanating from all of you. And you see these lightning like glowing white blue shatter marks extending out from you across the world. And all of a sudden, flickering all around you, instead of this happy, industrious little town, you now see what looks like a hellfire scorched battlefield. You see demons and devils fighting each other over the ruins of what this town once had been.
Holy crap.
Ooh,
And also, Malleus isn't here anymore.
whoa.
And Cora kind of stumbles out of her room. Like, wait a minute. I was falling, and now I'm here. Should be used to this by now, but ow, that gave me a headache.
Like, I think everything's on fire now. That's not good.
Yes, this is.
So, like, how are we going to find Shemeshka and all of that?
Or find the gate, you mean? Our
we
quest
took
is to
the
find the
gate.
gate. Finding a gate in this mess is problematic at best.
Yeah.
I thought we left that part of the Outlands behind.
Oh, we did. That's the problem. It shouldn't
It's
be
coming. It's spreading. Unfortunately, I am the wrong version to solve the problem of finding the gate.
Hmm.
Out of character, the original Tarsus had that ability. This one does not.
Let's see.
I think Thayfir asks, there were times before when things like this happened and then it changed back. Do you think that that will happen this time?
I don't think
I
we can
hope
count
so.
on it.
I wouldn't count on it.
don't-
Recall that storm we saw. I think this is similar to that storm warping reality.
Hmm.
That storm at least had a known cause.
This is just reality twisting. I have a suspicion reality's twisting around us. That if we were to go to another city, we would just bring this war with us,
Yeah.
Or some other
or some
calamity.
other calamity. We,
Rome says,
Yeah.
yeah, this is why Shemeska wanted to disassemble me.
What?
Because
What?
this happened.
She
Well,
wants
no,
this to
she
happen.
wanted to find out why it was happening and if she could control it.
Yeah. She wants it to
that
happen on
makes
her
sense.
terms.
Of course she does.
Anybody have any ideas on how we can? I mean, Wonderhome is a pretty big place. How we can find a gate in all this?
we could try to do research.
Yeah, Thayfir
Where's
says
Malleus?
the
Who is Malleus?
the portal that I knew of was a relatively stable, permanent one. I don't know what else might have changed down there, but if it's as simple as an invasion by fiends, it might be still there.
It's worth a try.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to walk the castle right into the middle of that. We'd have to
Oh no.
go from a distance and sneak through a demon devil war to find the gate and get through it. Does anyone have a better plan than that? I would
I
love
think
to hear
that's
it.
I think that's the best we've got right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure our tiefling associates should take the lead on that. Probably would stand out the least.
Well,
Well, we can do at least some sort of, I'd say, disguise. At least not make all our magnificence known quite so well.
well, I mean,
We're in a battlefield as long as we look like we're like a troop of our own.
well, who do you want to? Well, honestly, the question is, who do you want to kill? Because if we fight one side as we make our way to the gate, the other side should assist. But
Well,
No,
it would be a higher chance than if we just start killing both.
okay. Given what we've seen with them, I think it's more likely that devils will see someone who's attacking demons as at least a temporary potential ally, but not the other way around.
Okay.
and I
We'll
would
go that way.
we'd rather we avoid conflict if at all possible.
Yeah, but
Because
mostly
because the devils might just impress us into their army if they could. I mean,
Yeah.
I believe-
remember Ribcage? Rigus. Remember Rigus? So it could be like that situation. We don't want that situation to happen again, where we're press ganged into a war.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I think we have to move in as quickly and as best as possible, find the gate and get through it,
If
and
we
just
have
avoid conflict.
means of increasing stealth, that might be best. Use the chaos as a cover and keep
Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving.
try not to try to escape the notice of both sides. Maybe find some civilians that can direct us if possible.
I wouldn't trust anybody
Well,
in that
Yeah.
battlefield. Not a soul. So
regardless.
I'll turn to Zephyr. So the question is, where do you go in the meantime? I'm not sanguine about the idea of the castle just sitting on the edge of this battlefield forever, waiting for us. Do you have
Well-
suggestions of where you might decamp to for safety that we could then come to find you later?
I think the problem that we face at the moment is if the Outlands have changed, such as this battlefield shows us here, might elsewhere be the same.
Seems
Yeah.
likely.
That's fair.
Yes. Uh,
Well, just
Stay
I
safe
wish-
and stay safe and try to avoid the.
We
the
can
war and
find
we'll
a
come back.
place where, at the very least, it seems as though we could hide out for a time and hope
All right.
that
Yeah.
this version of reality is not permanent.
Agreed.
yes. We'll find a way to contact you if needed.
Good luck, and assuming that you get to Sigil, good luck with Shemeska.
We'll be in touch, one way or the other. hope so,
Thafier gives you a sketched map of the layout of Wonderhome as it was, as she knew it, and where that portal was, which there was a big plaza with a fountain in it. And if you jump into the fountain while holding a piece of jade, it'll be a portal instead of just water.
All right.
I love sigil gates. It's just so randomly weird.
So let's
We need
find.
some jade.
I think she has a piece that she can give you, and basically, if one of you has the jade, all of you should be able to go through when it opens.
right.
That's
then,
assuming that that it's still functioning properly.
If not, then we improvise.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So as you disembark the walking castle and begin approaching the outskirts of the town, tell me if you're doing anything more specific than just moving stealthily. And if not, let's get a group stealth roll.
Does
We got a
anybody
long
have
rest, right?
ask how to trace or something similar?
Probably not. I don't know. Not me.
Let me.
Did we get? We got a long rest on the way here, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Alright.
that's good.
Give me a
Let's-
moment. I may very well be able to do it. That.
Yeah, that should be
As
standard for druid.
as yeah. But
Well,
I
I mean,
it's-
druids can choose it from their list of spells,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
I
do
mean,
have
it's
to choose
yeah,
it.
standard availability.
it's now a spell,
Mhm.
which means if we do like we get there at night and talk about we'll kind of load up and go out in the morning. I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what Dove meant was that, if you're playing a druid, it's such a good spell, you really ought to prepare it.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
Actually,
And-
wait.
you're gonna be
yeah,
sneaking
I
somewhere,
already
then
have
sure.
it. I already have it.
All
So I already have it prepared.
Okay,
So
okay.
I
Great.
can go ahead
Yay.
cast.
Okay, so let's get a group stealth check then. Everybody roll stealth and add 10 to the result for the
Ooh.
pass without trace.
that's
Okay.
good.
I'll take that.
24.
My reliable talent means 32.
Okay.
34.
All right.
16.
Okay. Well,
Clanky,
Hey.
clanky, clanky.
yeah. No, I mean
Clanky.
everyone else has
Uh,
gotten above 20. I think.
15.
Okay. Okay. But I think the average is above 20. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And especially since I think you're moving, quickly, and it's not like uh, it's not like you are obviously belonging to one side or the other here.
Yeah.
So I think you are able to move into the outskirts of the city, and you see. Uh, I think, given that you all spent some time here before, I don't want to tell you necessarily how to react, but I think you see many of the delightful little windmills and shops and small factories and markets are just in ruins, often scorched. You don't see anybody on the streets except here and there. You'll hear the sounds of, you know, combat in monstrous roars followed by harsh shouts of regimented orders and the clashes that through your stealthy approach you've managed to avoid so far. And then I think you're going to get making your way through here. You can go ahead and make an approach to where this fountain will be. But the fountain is in a big open plaza, and it does look as though there is a very large, powerful demon that is not currently fighting anything, but is kind of just like sat down on its haunches and sort of like glowering sullenly at the vague direction of the fountain. Like, it doesn't seem to be watching the fountain especially, but it is kind of pointed that way.
Hmm.
Probably wanting to
And
catch anyone going in or coming out.
and to be clear
Yeah.
here, when I said large, I should say huge, because it is huge. It is well, let's see. How about an Arcana check for anyone who is proficient to gather what type of demon this might be?
Not it.
No,
Not proficient.
Okay.
I did, but I rolled poorly. I only got an
Okay.
8.
Well, you're not sure precisely, but it's very big. It's got weapons. It's you get the general feeling that you don't want to fight it. Better if it never notices you, if at all possible.
well, given how, where its attention is, then the thing that we want is a distraction. So I can think of a couple things we can try. The one that comes immediately to mind is taunting some group of demons into the area for it to fight.
You mean devils, because it's a demon.
Oh, it's a demon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yeah. Then like find some devils, piss them off, bring them here.
Perhaps
Kite
Kite 'em
'em.
in. Kite 'em in, yeah.
perhaps an audio illusion could do similar.
I mean, conceivable, but it looks like this guy's like on guard.
Glum, but on guard. I don't think he's just. I don't think we throw a rock and he's going to go chase the rock.
I bring up an image of a random object. I can do audio too. I can do sound.
Okay.
Could you do a devil? How big of an object can you do?
5 foot cube.
So not a particularly big one.
Not huge. Well, basically my thought is, like give the maybe make the sound of some demonic demonic noises over one side. You might go investigate. We run it.
You're muted, Paul? If you're trying to, or you were maybe just muttering.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to see if I have anything to be useful here. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
Mhm.
You don't want to find it.
I mean, the other option is to just find a good spot, charge up, and jump in.
Well, I'm pretty fast.
There is also the possibility of the sacrificial goat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty fast.
Someone gets the demon's attention, everybody else runs.
I would really rather not have any needless fracturing of realities or deaths of.
I mean,
Indeed.
who's to say that that each time we get replaced, things aren't getting worse?
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm meta remembering the very beginnings of the Zero the campaign when Christian was talking about the ability to die might be useful for some puzzles.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's so meta. I'm
Nope.
thinking that if I throw myself as a sacrificial goat,
Can you use your shadow for do it? How many hits can your shadow take?
My echo?
your echo.
It can only take one, but I could make
Throw
a
your-
noise, have the echo be in the direction.
And have him go after the echo,
Yes.
and then rerun. In the meantime,
Yeah.
what happens if you cross a plan or boundary with the echo out? Does that hurt you?
I imagine it will probably disintegrate.
But it won't injure you.
No.
Okay.
I am not harmed when an echo is dissipated.
Oh yeah. So,
Ideally, we do it in a 180-degree direction from the fountain. You manifest the echo and the sound, and so he has to turn around, and that just gives us the time to run for it. On the far side of him is what I'm saying.
yeah. So we just
So he
sneak
doesn't-
around the other side.
Yeah.
Unless I am occupying the echo, it can only be 30 feet away from me.
And we don't want you to occupy the echo. That's fully against the point. Although, how fast does it take for you to switch?
I can
Although trying to drag your body might be problematic.
No,
That-
I'm pretty sure I can carry.
when I occupy it, I am deaf and blind.
Everybody make an additional stealth check.
Oh well, yeah, we're
Because we're.
because we're doing yada
Mhm.
yada here.
Oh, good.
Natural one.
Still have
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Passed
oh,
without
God.
traces is still going.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
22.
see, here's the thing, though.
26.
That my natural talent
natural
doesn't
one.
care whether it's a
Mhm.
natural one or not. So it's
Yeah.
still a 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 total with the 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm a 30 with the 10.
Okay.
22.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
And
So
then-
Yeah.
yeah. So I think you realize that you hear at the last second what sounds like a patrol coming, and you hear some muttering in Infernal. I don't know if any of you speak Infernal.
What?
Yes, I do.
No.
Okay. What you hear is that bastard's going to pay for assigning us the patrol that goes close to the plaza. He knows that Baylor's over there. They say we just skirt around it. But
Baylor.
you all discover you have to kind of like duck a little bit more into the shadows to avoid them going by. And they don't seem to notice you, but you are partly lucky that it's because they're avoiding the plaza that you're looking onto.
Right.
Okay, I don't know about you, but Baylor sounds bad.
Baylor sounds bad.
Yeah, just to be clear, because I didn't really describe it broadly, It is huge, like 15 feet tall, horns, red skin, enormous wings, and it seems to have weapons that are on the ground. So it looks like a sword and then maybe something else. You're not sure what it is.
Would Spine have repeated what he
Oh
or
yeah,
what he heard?
yeah. There's a patrol going by that they called that thing a Baylor, and um, they're skirting around it because they don't want to mess with it. So, um, my guess is that the idea of drawing something in is probably not going to work because
Right.
anything
They're not gonna go near the thing. So
My I I think I can replicate the sound of that patrol.
right. But if it's guarding the gate,
it's
it's
not
not
gonna
going to pay any attention. It's not going to be
Hmm.
drawn away by anything less than
being
Um,
attacked. Yeah.
something to attack.
anyone with proficiency in insight can make a roll.
I got you. 22.
22.
Nice.
Um, your your take on the demon right now is not that it's like on guard. For one, this demon is considerably more powerful than most demons. It doesn't have to be on guard. It's not following orders. It might just be like taking a break. It's kind of just like the vibe that you get, honestly, is a little bit like a 3-year-old who's mad but doesn't really have the words to explain why he's mad and has just gone off to sit in a corner. He's kind of just staring mad into space, and he's kind of pointing towards the fountain, but you don't get the vibe that he's like trying to pay attention to anything in particular, which is not to say he might not notice something that runs right in front of him, but he is not on guard in that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And Radius will be like,
Kneecap is gonna go ahead and produce pr- uh, produce what he thinks is uh, the the being that was he heard speaking, saying it's the Baylor. At
Okay.
least that part of
Uh,
the
well, you might be able to like just duplicate the same sound. I don't think you can have it improvised dialogue
yeah. I mean
in their voice.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Sure.
trying to make
Um, so like what? So I'm assuming right now that you are something in the order of 80 feet from where the fountain is, and then the plaza is maybe 150 feet across, and it's kind of uh, off to one side. Like, where are you trying to place this illusion?
it's gonna be as I can have it be up to 30 feet away, so I'd be 30 feet off to the side.
Well, 30 feet away from you,
Yeah, like
but the Baylor is not within 30 feet of you. It's not like you're right behind it.
Yeah, and then that's not going to take
Also-
its attention from us.
also,
So-
I'm pretty sure that thing could fly.
It has
Yeah,
great big wings.
So it would be here really quickly.
Now, I'm not telling you you can't do this illusion. I'm saying that right now you are not within 30 feet of the demon.
Right. I say we put the fountain between us and the Baylor, and we get as close as we can without being noticed. We set off a distraction nearby and dart for the portal. Because within this area, if he notices us, he's going to get us. He's going to find us. He'll get to us because he's probably much faster than us. but he doesn't seem to be on guard or on edge because, well, he's
Well, in that case, maybe the distraction is like, and also, I mean, he's probably going to have ways to see through illusions if he's that powerful. So I'm not even really too confident about that. Um,
so yeah. I just say we put as much stuff between us and him. So like the fountain and whatever, and we just sneak up on it and out of his direct line of sight because he's again it feels really honestly and truly if he does see us, he's probably going to be upset because we've like interrupted him just chilling.
Sulking, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do. I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And if you're really
Radius.
and wait for it, if someone is too slow and we get seen, I can just pick you up. It's fine.
yeah.
Is
I
this a
thi-
different radius?
Yes.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yes. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh my God. Did you completely
Show
miss that?
show her the radius.
Yes.
Yes. Different
Well-
radius and different Tarsus because I'm a
Yes.
Warforged again.
Yes,
Ah!
this radius is nearly 7 feet tall, really ripped, and like basically he's a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Roller, got it.
Montvarian.
Oh, one note. I think, Millie, because you weren't here last time, you
Yes.
may have missed that we leveled up when you all got
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
spire.
All right, so I can do. I can work on that and
Hmm.
quickly level up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody should be, what, you're all 10 now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. I will go ahead and add another level of druid.
Okay. So, in any case, if you want to try to reposition yourselves such that the fountain is in between you and where the Baylor is, then that's going to be another stealth check.
Okay. Let's do this.
Oh wait,
26 again.
can't somebody Can somebody do guidance or something, or blast or something?
Well, you do still have pass without trace,
Yeah.
but a
No,
guidance
I'm
would
not a
only
cleric anymore.
guidance would only apply to one person.
But a bless would give some
Yeah.
bonuses. Yeah.
Oh,
I does-
wait a minute. Wait. I do have
Well,
a magic initiate bless that I will only use on 3 people though.
But
Well, don't bother
also-
with me.
Yeah,
Also-
don't bother with me.
Also, with the spell casting, call attention to ourselves.
Ability checks is for attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
No, but casting the bless itself.
Right. Well, I'm just
Yeah,
saying
but it
that
wouldn't
it wouldn't help
Wouldn't help.
regardless.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would help
wouldn't
us with the stealth.
help.
Roll. Okay, so I'm not I'm not gonna
Okay.
do it then. All right, so stealth.
All right, well, just watch out for the sticks. I say before I probably roll a 1.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
20, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Baker's
but that time would be 27. Yeah, so 27.
I just want y'all to know, I
26.
rolled a nat 2.
All right.
You're that good.
No, it's terrible. It's so scary.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a nat 2, but that only then brings me up to a 13
Oh,
Very good.
with the plus 10.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's what's fun for everybody. You get into position, and I think there's a moment where, I think, Cora, there's maybe a moment where you are sort of up front and you get bumped a little bit and you fall basically what would be just full into view, but thankfully the pass without trace muffles the sound and has you shadowed just enough that what would have been an easily visible sight is nonetheless shielded. And it just so happens that although this thing is very strong in a number of different ways, its passive perception is 13.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Alrighty then.
So, with your 13 stealth, resulting from the pass without trace. You have all gotten into position without being noticed by the Baylor at this time. So what I would say right now is that the fountain is 40 feet from you, and the Baylor is on the far side of it, a further 40 feet past you, past the fountain.
Okay.
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 Then I think that we should go.
Yep.
Who has the piece of jade?
Probably should not be me.
If you want me, if you it probably need either myself or Spine because we can
Yeah.
get to the gate fastest.
Right.
Yeah.
I
But
think
I mean,
Spine-
it's not like an action to invoke it. It just
No, but you're the most likely person to
It-
get to the gate.
Yeah, the portal
Unless
will
it-
not open until the person with the jade jumps into the fountain.
So then,
Yeah, probably a
so that's
radius.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, the question in my mind is how long
Yeah.
does it stay open after it's been activated? So,
Yeah.
um, so here's what I'm planning on doing. I'll take the jade. I'll go first. I'm just going to run for it, and when I get to the thing, I'm actually going to toss the jade back once I'm like in the fountain and ready to go through. So it may take it with me. I don't know.
To be clear,
Depends how.
you have to jump into the fountain
Mhm.
holding the jade, and that
Yes. Okay,
opens
so
the
gonna-
portal. You will
right.
not at that time be able to toss the jade to anyone else. The
'Cause I'll
portal
be
has
already
been
through the portal.
open, yes.
Right.
But
Okay.
the portal will stay open for one round.
For one round.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to be too far ahead of everybody.
Right.
So we all break for it. Then you get there first because rogue speed.
Mm-hmm.
Open the portal and then we just keep going.
Yep.
And if you can become something fast, I can carry you two, and
I can also like wild shape into something faster as well.
yeah, because I can grapple you both, and I'm not hindered by that, so I can still move at full speed.
Okay.
You,
So
although the clankety clank one might take a check though.
well,
Okay.
Um,
Then why don't you grab kneecap? I will just run and take my chances. Good of the many outweighs the good of the few or the good of the one.
Or well, if I go to something large, say like a tiger, you could just climb on me.
I
The
don't think we want to
rhino,
overcomplicate.
the rhino.
I don't want to. We want to overcomplicate this. We want as few moving parts to this as possible. Spine
Mhm.
leads.
Can you
Uses
do
the
your
jade.
wings?
Yeah, I can do my wings.
I could use my wings.
Yeah.
I could
Oh.
use. No, I can't. No, that's last Tarsus. This Tarsus doesn't have wings. That was previous
Oh.
Tarsus. No, this Tarsus
I
doesn't
can
have
use
wings.
my wings and just like hold on. That's all you need to do is hold on.
I don't want to drag us both down though. If we fail, then we lose two.
Kneecap. When we get to this point, Kneecap is going to tug you down. Say, do not sacrifice yourself if you do not need to.
Right, but I don't want to sacrifice two of us.
We have barely gotten to know this version.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh yeah, you don't even
I
have a
want to get to
you don't
know
even have a token from the
you
last one.
a
That's
lot
true.
more.
and honestly, like, if we get spotted, it's either fight or just run. So
It's run. We don't fight.
Yeah.
this
I
time.
mean,
Okay,
Let's go.
let's
Right.
go. I think Spine, you're taking point.
and I'll take up the rear.
You said you.
I'll
you're
take up the
gonna
rear.
Carry Kneecap.
Yep.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I think Kneecap is almost like a kind of on your shoulders, like kind of kind of like a ready to ride a bronco kind of thing.
Mm.
So it's like you're not carrying me, I'm riding you.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like? Have you ever seen like? In there's this anime called Bleach. There's a character who sits on this one captain's shoulders. It's reminding me of that.
Yeah,
Isn't she a
kinda.
captain too?
Yeah. Yes. I know. Or I think she's a
Her.
lieutenant. I think she's a lieutenant.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ah, so
All right.
we're gonna make a sneaky dash for it.
Okay. Well, it sounds like this is not a sneaky dash. This is just a
Dash.
It's a
dash.
Yeah, it's a dash dash.
So you're
Yeah.
just counting
It's
on
a
your
dash
ability
dash.
to get there and through the gate before it has time to do anything.
Yep.
Right.
So here's where I think this all logically makes sense. Is that it requires a magic action to open the portal essentially, but Spine, if they are the one doing it, can get their dash with a bonus action, use their magic action to open, and have movement
Right.
to spare. And if everyone else uses a dash action, everybody should be able to get to the fountain.
Right.
Yes.
Here's where it all goes terribly wrong.
Oh, Juicy, I love you.
I mean,
Oh,
you were
God.
waiting for this, right?
Right.
Of course
Yeah.
we were.
Yes.
we were,
So I think what happens is everybody emerges, is sprinting towards the fountain, Spine at the lead, going the fastest. You get to the fountain, you're holding the jade, and you sort of concentrate on it in the way you were told. You're getting ready to jump in as you're told. When all of a sudden the jade starts feeling unbearably hot in your hand, you're gonna, if you don't drop it, you're gonna take fire damage.
I will take the damage.
Okay.
This is
Sure.
too important.
Yeah,
Besides, Tiefling, don't you resist fire?
you do.
Yeah.
So it would be 13 fire damage, so you'll take 6.
Mm-hmm.
But what you see within the fountain is dry.
Oh.
Oh.
1 second.
So I think everyone else is going to catch up with you, and the Baylor's going to. We're going to roll initiative.
Oh.
Hell.
Oh,
Anybody
I
got a
should've
create water
known.
handy?
Actually, I took it's Maelstrom, I think it is, as one of my 5th level spells, which does create a whole bunch of water. Yep, Maelstrom.
Not, but momentarily though.
5 foot deep water,
Okay.
concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
so Maelstrom, does it create the water, or is it you use it in water?
Okay, a swirling mass of 5 foot deep water appears in a 30-foot
Ah.
radius centered on a
Ah.
point you can see within range.
Yeah.
Well.
It must be on the ground or in a body of water.
Okay. Yeah, on the ground though. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh.
and until the spell ends, it's difficult terrain and a bit bludgeoning damage and such, possibly. But
Oh no.
all we need to do is survive to get to the other side of this.
Right.
Yeah.
You can fall through unconscious.
Yes.
All right. So, still need
I'm
initiative
fine.
for
Well, we still need initiatives.
Cora and Radius.
Christiana,
Yeah,
can
kind
we
of
say
sucked.
that as we approached, Kneecap put his echo on, like, kind of back side of the Baylor, like, kind of.
Well, you didn't say that you were going to do that ahead of time, and if it takes any kind of an action or anything, you're going to need to wait until your
bonus
turn.
action.
Well, but you still have to wait for your turn.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Guess what? The Baylor
Or one.
rolled highest for initiative.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
I think it leaps to its feet, its wings spreading, and with barely one flap of its wings, it lands right next to the plaza where all of you are and roars, and all of you are going to take 3d6 fire damage for being too close to this thing.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. Yeah. 9 fire damage.
Okay.
Have that as appropriate. And then it is, let's see. Um, just because it was you that rolled insight before radius,
Yep.
you get the feeling it's not sulking anymore. It's not even furious or mad. It is like, finally.
Oh.
Something to fight.
Yeah, yeah. So it is going to, oh gosh, let's see. I'm going to roll a d6 to see who gets each attack. Okay, Spine, you're going to get the first one, and Tarsus the second. So, Spine, you are first. It is holds up this long sword that is sized for something that is 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
And as he roars, it flashes and glows with electricity.
Oh,
Okay.
shocking.
He gets a
Ah.
20 to hit.
That hits.
It's going to do 26 slashing damage and 21 lightning damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
So,
So, yeah, it
the-
would have
the
been
26
40.
becomes 13 and the 21 becomes 10. So
Well,
23 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then with its other hand, it was holding something that was a little unclear. It seems to be a coil of rope or something, but as he unleashes it, it is a flaming whip.
Yay.
Yeah. And Tarsus, that's another 20 to hit.
That misses.
It misses. Okay. So you manage to duck aside as the whip cracks over you. You feel the heat of it pass by.
Thank Vulcan.
Mhm.
Yes, by Vulcan's strength, I survive around.
Yes. Okay, and so that is its turn. Next, it is you, Spine.
Um, um, I at this point do not know about the Maelstrom spell, so I was like, "Is there any way to do this? This isn't working." And I assume you tell me about the Maelstrom spell, so
It's like I've got water coming.
so I'll take the dodge action.
Okay.
Um,
Anything
and
else?
yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I will hold my magic action to activate the gate for
I
when
don't
the
think you
water
can do
appears.
dodge as a cunning action. I think that's dash, disengage, and hide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll just hold my action then
Okay. Hold your action to.
to activate the gate with
Yeah. Okay.
with the jade in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
When
Perfect.
yeah, and if this thing gets called with us.
Yeah. All right.
Well, will that be fun?
Uh-huh. Okay, so that makes it Kneecap's turn.
Okay. A stride radius. How close am I to the Baylor?
Well, it is within, basically, it's kind of adjacent to all of you. It like landed
Yeah.
right in the middle of your group.
Okay, so bonus action to manifest the echo right next to the Baylor,
Okay.
and then I will be attacking. So, 19 to hit.
A 19 just hits.
Okay, so that is a 12 damage.
Is this magical damage?
Yes, it with my magical flail.
Okay.
And then,
So 12, you said?
yes,
All right.
and then I'll just do both my flails first.
You beat at his Achilles tendon.
26
Mm-hmm.
hit, 10 damage, and then I will do 2 Unleashed Incarnations for that.
Okay.
So, marking those. 18 probably misses.
18 does miss.
15. So
Mm-hmm.
Echo does nothing but, scrape across its hide.
Right. Yeah. It's got a big, iron hellfire skull decorated shin pads because it deals with a lot of creatures that are much smaller than it is.
Yeah.
But you got those first 2 hits in now. Okay, Radius, your turn.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. So this isn't good. I will bonus action rage,
Mm-hmm.
and I will also expend a key point to activate my elemental attunement. So you see Radius put his hands out like this, and he's like, "Oh yeah!" And he his hands crackle with lightning,
Mm-hmm.
and they lash out 15. They can lash out up to 15 feet.
Okay.
And he will unleash 2 unarmed strikes on the Baylor, and he will do it recklessly.
Okay.
What's the rules on pushing things?
Well, like the way that the attack works is that, you would make, well, if you're doing a shove attack, right?
Yeah.
If your unarmed strike is a shove, then you are rolling athletics, and it would be contested against, it gets to either roll athletics or acrobatics back.
Okay.
And that would be contesting. And so I think the fact that this is huge could, like certain abilities that would automatically push,
Yeah.
might be less effective. But if it's the contested, like the shove action, then it's, contested roll.
Yeah, my DC's only a 16 on that too.
It looks pretty strong.
Right. So then I'll just punch it, and let's see. Like I said, I'll do it recklessly. I love the fact that I can activate these and make it hard, easier. They do increase my
Mm-hmm.
attack. Alrighty. And doing it with advantage. $17 doesn't hit.
No.
Advantage. Second attack. 23.
23 does hit.
And
Looks like you're rolling dagger, which is fine, but I think usually there is an unarmed strike thing to click.
yeah, so not bad.
That's all right. It's fine just as long as, we're making sure the dice line up properly.
Yeah, it's same damage for me.
Okay, so 10
Yep.
is the, okay. Yeah, so.
And they are force damage.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I did the elemental thing. You're lightning. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, it does take, well, hang on. Lightning damage. It is resistant to lightning damage.
Oh.
So it takes some of that damage, but
Okay.
you can see it maybe needs at least some degree of resistance to wield its own lightning longsword.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. That makes it your turn, Cora.
Maelstrom. I will. Okay. When people start their turn, they have to make a strength throw or get the damage.
Right. But
Okay, cool.
what it actually
It's
does,
fine.
though, is pull 10 feet towards the center.
center.
Yeah.
Well, that's if they fail the saving throw.
Right, but I'm saying that assuming that what everybody wants to do is to jump into the now full fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
where the center has
No.
that portal.
yeah. I put the I'm putting it in the fountain so
Yeah.
that
That's what I
if the
assumed.
water
I
comes
just
around.
yeah.
Yeah, so that the water comes around us,
Mm-hmm.
and now it can get activated, and we go through. And if
Yeah.
well,
Well, but I think what it
the
also
Baylor's
means.
probably going to come through too.
Well, what it also means is that the saving throw, if you fail it, you don't have a choice. You're getting pulled in.
Right.
Yeah,
All right, so you create
but
this
I
swirling
figure
mess.
all of if swirling 5 foot swirling mass of water centered on us in the pool, so that ideally your
Yep.
turn.
Yep. All right.
And
So
my ready to action goes off.
yeah, and so the portal does begin to glow within the fountain. And so, but there's no movement, just the magic action. All right,
Okay.
but that makes it Tarsus. It is your turn. First, you're going to take. I guess you only
Yeah.
take the damage if you. So you can make the
Fail.
strength saving throw first.
Right. I'll make the saving throw 1st, or try to.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 13, however.
Okay, so
Okay, and my DC is
15.
15. So
So I just rolled a 66, but you can use that or roll it yourself. It's really you should get to roll it if you want.
when when I cast it, it automatically rolled a 66 for 23.
Oh, yep, you're right. It did. Okay, so that's 23 bludgeoning damage for you, Tarsus, and you are pulled into the portal.
Woo! It's my turn.
Worst water slide ever.
Yeah, Tarsus, go down the hole.
Aw.
All right. It is the Baylor's turn, and
Boy.
it's going to make a strength saving throw.
Be fine.
It
And
gets a
also-
29.
yeah, I kind of figured that was not going to be the
I think it
problem.
technically can't fail because it has a plus 14.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Natural
yeah.
one, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it.
But it is still difficult terrain if he's going to try to move.
Yeah, I think
except he can
he.
fly.
Well, I think he watches what just happened there. And he is. I think that he is going to reach into the portal and try to grab Tarsus.
No.
Well, so I think actually what he's doing is he's attacking his whip through it.
Okay.
That is a 29 to hit.
That will hit me.
So you're going to take 17 slashing damage. And it would be 10 fire damage, but I'm going to half that because it's through a maelstrom.
Yeah.
And you need to make another strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Here we go. Natural 20 for 21.
You succeed and are not pulled 20 feet back towards the Baylor. So he does hit you with the whip, but you are not pulled back through the portal. In the meantime, Kneecap, having done the most damage to him, you're going to get the longsword attack this time.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit,
That hits.
and that's going to be 22 slashing damage and 21 lightning damage. So
that's
43.
43.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't like it, but definitely could be much worse.
Mm-hmm.
I could take 2 more of those.
Yeah.
But I don't want it.
All right, Cuspid, strength saving throw.
Yes. Natural
now?
one. Oh,
Okay,
So-
well, that makes you're going to take 23 bludgeoning damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Um, I don't think
You have to
so.
do an
I think it
attack
has to
roll,
be an
doesn't it?
attack roll.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm still alive.
Okay.
and you get pulled 10 feet towards the center and
Yep.
through the
Yeah,
portal.
so yeah. Also,
Yep.
you join Tarsus going through the portal. What this also means, though, is you have the piece of jade.
Yeah.
So if the
Mhm.
portal closes,
Yeah.
Anyone else on the other side's fucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
All
Yeah,
right,
well,
so
I mean, I'm okay. I've been pulled through the portal.
mhm.
I have not actually taken any actions
It's
yet.
true. I was just going to ask about
I'm
that.
getting the hell out of there. I'm running away so I don't get whipped back in.
Fair. Makes sense.
In fact, if there's this is probably coming because we're fugitives in this city.
Mhm.
I'm looking for someplace to hide. I
Okay.
don't know where we came out, but
Well,
I'm looking for
we'll
someplace to
address that in a moment. You run
Yeah,
away
okay.
from the portal.
yeah.
Um, Kneecap, it would make it your turn. Please make a strength saving throw.
Can I choose to fail? Can I just,
Well, if
like-
you'll take damage. If you want to go into the portal, you can do that on your turn without having to take 66
I'll-
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I know what you were trying, though.
Yeah.
Because
I got a
it's forced
16.
movement.
A 16
Yeah.
means that you are saved. Therefore,
Well then.
you're not taking the bludgeoning damage, and you can
But-
choose whether or not to.
I
Yeah.
am
Go through.
absolutely going to go through.
Okay. You are going to be subject to an opportunity attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And he's using his whip, which gets a 22 to hit.
That hits. And that hits.
Yeah.
So
So that's going to be 14 slashing and 13 fire.
14 and 13. So that's 27.
Mm-hmm. And you need to make another strength saving throw.
Baker's 20.
Okay, that is exactly what you needed.
Oh,
So you
Yay.
also are able to avoid getting pulled back by the whip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is your turn. You've appeared on the other end of the portal. Are you going to try to take any action that would affect things on this side?
I would like to drag Tarsus away from
Okay.
the portal.
The battered Tarsus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That would make it your turn, Radius. Please make a strength saving throw against the Maelstrom.
That is a 9.
Okay, so you're going to take the 23 bludgeoning damage
Okay, I'll
And-
take half.
and be sucked down the portal. So I believe that makes everybody having gone through it now except for Cora.
Yep.
yep.
Do we fall prone or anything? Or we just come out on the other side?
Well, we haven't really talked about what's happening on the other side. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh God.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now it's my turn. And the thing is, this is concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh no, Cora. Oh no.
Honestly,
Yeah.
just go through. Just
Yeah.
go through.
Well, no, I still have to make the strength check first.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
What would the
Actu-
DC be if you took the damage?
Depends on the damage.
Which is
23.
20.
23. The save would be 11. The
Okay.
Constitution save to maintain concentration would be
15.
11.
Okay.
I would. I don't know. I'd kind of risk.
No,
it.
I'm still. I have to.
Well, so here's the thing is that the portal is going to close at the end of your turn regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
So
So,
elect to fail the save.
well, I failed the save.
Okay, so go ahead and take the damage.
Take the 23.
Yeah.
Get pulled in,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Um,
I'm.
Do make the concentration check unless you would be dropping it on purpose regardless.
Actually, I'd be dropping it on purpose anyway.
Okay.
As soon as we were all through. So,
Mhm. So I think what happens here is that you watch as as you are all dumped out into um, a sort of like an out of the way spot in a marketplace. You can watch like a trading bazaar happening around you. And those of you who have come out already are getting. So I want everyone to just like imagine a real world scenario where if you fell out of a first floor window soaking wet onto a busy street, what kind of looks do you think people would give you?
Right.
I think that's the general vibe here is you got a lot of people just going like, oh, and you've got parents hushing their kids and saying, don't look at them, don't look at them. But at the last second there, you watch as an enormous red clawed hand is reaching through the portal, and then the portal closes and severs the hand and it plumps down.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt.
But then as soon as you're standing there looking at it, you feel this strange splintering again, and the hand
no.
is gone. And you look around, and it's a different time of day, and you're still in that same marketplace, but now it seems as though like 8 hours have passed. And now you're getting this similar looks, but from different people. And there's you kind of look up, and you've all kind of landed. Those of you who came through the most recently in front of like a little shop that seems to be selling fancy keychains of some kind, and the guy leans over the counter and just says, "Come on, get up! You're blocking my business. Come on, get away."
Hey.
Let's get moving.
I mean, yeah, Kneecap's first instinct would have been to clear out of the way. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and her Tarsus out of the way too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just really battered.
Yeah. I think as you are sort of collecting yourselves, you watch as the portal you came through opens again,
Uh-oh.
and you see a pair of gnomes that look like they would maybe be siblings just come through completely unbothered, and
Oh.
then settle themselves.
I think we need to just not let other people know what we saw.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
maybe that's hopefully
Just
that
ignore
means
that
that
it happened.
hopefully that means Wander Home is back to normal.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Right.
In the meantime, let's put you back on the sigil map.
I need to clean myself up a bit. I'm going to use healing light on myself and
Okay.
Yeah.
roll 3d6.
Let's see where have I got your party token. There we go. You are, I would say, somewhere like right here.
And I'm going to healing hands myself.
I can't do more than 3 at a time, so that's what I got. I'm pretty hurt, but
After that debacle, I think we need to find a place to hole up because I don't want to go into Fortune's Wheel
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
buffed up.
Okay. Where did we?
We need
Why
to
not?
at least take a short rest.
You're not too far from the armory in. This map is not good at letting you know which ward you're in, but yeah, I've got you.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so big. Just
Mm-hmm.
fighting yourself is.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the armory is in the ladies' ward. Yeah, so you see that building sort of like looming over the other, not as tall buildings. But you do know that the ladies' ward is also where the Fortune's Wheel is, so you're not too far away from it. But it also makes sense that you wouldn't want to maybe
Yes.
go in right away.
Yeah. We need to.
We need to take at least a short rest.
Yes.
I'd say clean up and actually wait until morning or something.
Well, I'm not sure. Well,
If we can figure out a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely on going on the
Thing is that, you know, any establishment in this place is likely to have contacts with Shemeska. So, well, I mean, it's a whole ward. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Shemeska doesn't like run the city.
no.
She is a notable individual, but it's not like she's in charge of everything.
Or even the whole ward.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's start looking for just, you know, a place where we can get like a private room. I mean, I don't think we need to sleep necessarily. I think that, you know, most of us, all we need is a chance to spend some hit dice.
So, I mean,
You just need a place to catch our
I
breath.
think I think some of you may remember some things about the layout of Sigil from the last time you spent time here, but I don't know that you immediately know where you should go from where you are right now. But are you kind of walking around keeping to yourselves just looking for something that seems likely, or are you asking somebody? What's the plan?
I was thinking of just like heading in that direction and take, you know,
Pick the
take
first
the first
hotel we
likely
find.
looking, or for that matter, a pub or a tavern where we can get a booth. I mean, we don't need, what we're reading right now is a short rest.
so just keeping our eyes heading in the direction of the fortune's wheel, but keeping our eyes out
Right.
for a hidey hole.
Okay. Um, so I think then as you are looking for a place, then I would allow this to be like an investigation or a survival roll to try to find a likely place.
Yeah, I'm not terribly good at either of those.
I'm good at survival.
Okay.
All right, you want to take lead?
Sure.
I will assist.
Oh, that was a nat 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
I
You're
was
you're
off.
getting assistance, so you can roll
oh,
with
okay.
advantage. Yeah.
Roll again.
Oh,
Okay.
up to a 12.
Yeah. So I think that, this is a city that has taverns and stuff. So I think you are making your way, past a couple of blocks, and then you see what looks like a little hole in the wall place. It has a little, like, wooden sign placard that just literally has a picture of a mug of beer on it. There's not even any words.
That sounds great to me. Let's go.
Yeah.
This looks like exactly the kind of place we want.
So here's what's interesting as you go in is that you find yourself in the Ubiquitous Wayfarer, which is a tavern that I believe you visited the last time you were here,
Yeah.
but that
Yeah.
wasn't here.
Yes.
It was in the lower ward. And so specifically, you can see on your map here, there's a location for the Ubiquitous Wayfarer, but you all just kind of went this way and went into a place, and somehow you are nonetheless inside the Ubiquitous Wayfarer.
Okay, then. Well,
I believe we were told that this place has a lot of
Exits and entrances,
exits and
yes.
entrances.
let's find a spot close to this exit because we're going to want to go out the same way we came in. Well,
I
or
will, like,
possibly find a
banquet.
place that'll take us out closer to Fortune's Wheel. But but yeah, let's get a booth and take a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bartender is a gray-haired human who with a big beard, and he kind of nods at you as you take a table, and a young gawky teenage tiefling boy wearing an apron comes over and says, "Can I get you something to drink?"
What's
Affirmative.
what's good today?
He looks back over at the bartender. Beer?
Okay, 5 beer.
All right.
Is this
Yeah.
your first day?
No.
Why? No,
Keep
why do you
going.
say that? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yes, in any case, you are soon brought 5 beers. And I think they place a little bowl full of. They seem like there may be some kind of a nut, but they're green with brown spots on them, and they're like the size of a walnut.
Okay.
I have consumed
Gonna-
worse.
Definitely gonna non those as we drink.
Mm-hmm. All right. And if you would all like to just take a short rest here, you can certainly do so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of us are really battered.
Well, that's better. I'm just in. I'm at 100 out of 124.
All right.
Hmm.
That Babel.
Yeah, those balers are serious business. Those are not lightweights.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for the nature of this campaign, would I would say that throwing a Baylor at us would be a little much, but fits with the nature.
All right. Rolled all my hit dice
Yeah, I used all but 2 of mine to get.
to get within 1 point.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right. I have overage, but it's fine.
Okay.
That hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
I
I'm not saying it wasn't brilliant.
hey, you know
Cora,
what?
but
Like
hurt.
that maelstrom was clutch. That was such a great solution to that
Yeah.
problem.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's like okay, like what can I do as a 5th level spell
Big
that's
facts,
a little bit
because-
different?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh
honestly,
wait.
I don't like. I don't even think old Radius had a water creating spell. And
Old Tarsus. I don't know if I could create enough
He just
water,
not to
but
get
yeah.
do a good recon before a mission.
But yeah, but how would we have known that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Flying over.
Some
Yeah.
that'd been
I
dangerous
could
with the
have.
demon, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
We were in a war zone and time is of essence. So.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, someone who knows how to do spells and stuff probably could have studied the fountain to know how the portal works. But
Oh,
Well-
we knew how it worked.
We knew how it worked. It's just
I
a matter
mean,
of we.
Thayfier said that it was like it was a little gamble to begin with because she had no way of knowing if the portal would still be active.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like
Gamble.
it seemed like it might have still been there and just had stuff happen around it, but but in any case, you made it through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know how lost you were
Yeah.
until Cora cast Maelstrom. So in any case, yeah, you can finish up your short rest. You pay for the beers with your accumulated gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
indeed,
Okay. So, assuming we go out at the same point we left,
Mm-hmm.
what do we do once we get back on the street?
Make a beeline for the casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not complicated at this point. Complicated was when we actually meet Shamashka. Then things will get complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show the platinum chip. Hopefully that gets us past the outermost defenses.
How much was it like we need to really go into the main casino, we needed to get chips, right? We needed to buy chips.
Well, if you want to gamble, then you have to have chips. You don't have to have chips to enter the
Okay.
casino.
Okay, so like
You need
to go
chip.
on the main
You were
floor.
you were given chips to gamble with and spend time with when you were there before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like to go on the main floor, it's
You do not need to buy chips to go on the main floor. You need them to gamble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a public place. It's a place of
Yeah.
business. Yeah. All right. So I think you are all able to make your way in relatively short order to Fortune's Wheel, which you not terribly long ago stood before that giant marquee reading Fortune's Wheel in a dazzling font, but the context is a bit different.
A lot.
Yeah. Let's get you on the map here. I think we've got all of your. I'm gonna. What is it? It's
Oh, you have old curses.
yeah. Well, it's I haven't changed it since the last time you
Yeah.
were here. I'm
Yeah.
deleting everybody for now
That's
because
okay.
I'm
Yes.
you're entering from the street now. So yep. And well, so here's the thing. I'm not going to actually place your tokens on here until you kind of tell me what the plan is. Is the plan to basically like beeline to where you believe the chip will take you and then just head right there, or are you planning to try to do anything else first? What's your approach here? Because I don't want to spend a lot of busy work on this map if you're just running right through it.
Well,
I think anything less gives Shemeska a chance to get in our
react
way,
and
so-
prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the sharp approach is the way to go.
Okay.
Yep.
So, once again, then you emerge into the Dragon Bar, which is this first like outer area that has its own sort of stage and bar and tables and so on. It's got some initial stuff. There's some cashiers where you can exchange gold for chips. There's this large sort of demonic looking bouncer who nods at you as you come through.
Mhm.
Okay, not that.
Yeah. You once again pass by this enormous fountain that is centerpiece is a enormous golden statue of Shemeshka herself. And that takes you up through the main casino floor. And you were told that the platinum chip got you. So you're all able to see the map, right? Even though I don't have your tokens on it. So what you were told by Rome is that the place that the platinum chip got him into was behind the big wheel.
All right.
So the big wheel is, this thing right up here.
Yeah, and there's a door in that
Yes, there is.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
So we head for the big wheel.
All right. And are you see the door? You going through that door?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
is there a guard?
Didn't Rome say it was behind the wheel?
He did.
So we
But
should.
The wheel is against the wall, though.
Wheel itself.
Is there a guard or like a
I
security?
mean, there's definitely security walking around. There's employees.
Oh,
They
no, I
don't.
meant-
They don't seem to be like reacting hostilely to you.
Oh, I meant like when we approach the door.
There's not a guard at the door.
Okay. Just go in or try to go in at least.
Okay.
Well, so this is a prize wheel sort of thing. Is there someone attending it?
No, it works like a slot machine. You put tokens in it.
Okay.
Yeah, remember we did that the last time we were here.
I don't know if I was with you that time.
Oh. Some of us played the wheel. I did
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I played the wheel.
You played the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so who's got the coin?
If nobody
I-
else claims it, I've got it.
So, okay, all right, okay, all right. So, you guys have said a couple of
Yep.
different things. You're playing the wheel. Is that
No, no,
No.
no, no. We were just talking about that last time. No, we're
Okay.
going through the door.
okay?
Go
Well,
through the door.
okay. So you go through the door, and there is a narrow hallway back there with plush red carpet. Um, the the Mezoloth in a fancy little casino uniform certainly watches you go through there, does not try to stop you, but he's observing that it's happening.
Hmm.
And then, so I think once you go through there, the short piece of hallway opens up into horizontal and, two different ways. But you see, who's got the platinum chip right now?
I'll say
Fine, does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel it getting a little warm in your hand. And then, sure
Mhm.
enough, there is a sign in this little alcove here that says "To the Platinum Rooms."
All right, we'll go through that area.
Yeah, your platinum chip.
I assume that there's a gate that opens if we've got the platinum chip.
Yes.
Okay. All right, everybody right behind me.
All right. And this is exactly why I didn't want to spend a lot of time dealing with tokens on that map, because I figured you were going to go right through it. Okay. Okay, so
Wow.
what we start off here is in the bottom right corner, you'll see that there's kind of a small version of the casino map, because what has actually happened is you've gone through the little portal there, and now you're appearing up here in this little skull place. Let me
No bones about it.
Ooh.
I honestly thought that to get to the portal, we had to use a chip on the.
I mean, that is a fair thing to consider, but that is not, in fact, actually what happens. I mean, it is a reason, you weren't really told what it would be.
Yeah.
Okay, and then whose token am I missing? Tarsus. Okay, so now let me read you the description here. Okay. So as you pop through that portal, this roughly circular room is made of pitted bone. Along its perimeter stand several alcoves, 4 of which hold swirling portals. 2 large hollows provide a view of vast roiling nebulae beyond. At the room's center, a tiefling with barbs protruding from his scalp stands behind a desk of polished bone. "Welcome to the Platinum Rooms, illustrious guests," the tiefling says. "I am Colcook, your concierge. If there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable, please let me know." Now, one thing to note here is that I did say 4 of these little alcoves have swirling portals. The yellow one is not active. And you just came through the green one. So despite what the map is showing, that one is not active.
I'm going to leave it to more socially adept people than me to interact here.
Oh, and the one whose abilities are charisma based is not here. We.
I'm somewhat charisma based. I don't have a good persuasion, but I have. My persuasion's +3. Is that better than everybody else's, or
yeah.
maybe our druid's better?
My persuasion's a +1, so no.
I guess I do the talk. I guess the Warforged does the talking. This would be great. So yeah, I will clank up to the concierge. Is like, we're here to see Semesko. Is she in?
Well, you see, Shemeshka, she only sees people with an appointment. Do you have an appointment?
We're the skeleton crew. I believe we have a standing appointment.
Well, I don't think that's true. You see,
I
if you did, I would have your names on my little list here, and no, I'm afraid I
Oh.
do not.
I'm certain that she will want to talk to us.
Are you now?
Positive. She hired us for an extra planner mission, and now we're back to report.
Well, I do not mean
I don't
to.
think she want. I don't think. I'm sorry. I'll let you go.
I do not mean to disagree or imply any dishonesty or any of that sort of thing. However, you see, in this casino, we have a system, and that system is that if she wants to talk to somebody, she gives me their name, and then I can send them through. And she has not for you. So
Can you
perhaps
send-
what she wants you to do is to enjoy the fine amenities of this beautiful casino. And then if she wishes to talk to you, she can come out to see you at any time she likes.
I think that if you contact Shemeska, she will want to speak to us immediately.
Shemeshka
What?
is able to see anything and everything that happens in this casino. If she wants to talk to you, she will come out.
You're probably right. So I will look up at a random point in the sky. As we're here to talk, Shemeska. We have news. And just blink my earthly dark eyes at the ceiling.
Perhaps you would like to do some gambling while you wait.
There's definitely been gambling happening on this mission, but I don't think I need to spend any more money.
Well, I assume you have a platinum chip, or else you would not be in this room.
Correct.
Platinum chips are the only currency we use in the gambling games in the platinum rooms. If you happen to ever need more, we do participate in sort of barter. You do not necessarily need to pay in gold.
How much is a platinum chip if we want to purchase more?
Well, a valuable secret about the happenings of the Outlands might just do it. But of course, it is up to my discretion whether or not I consider your secret valuable enough. But I am a fair man, I assure you. If you offer me a valuable secret, I will give you a platinum chip.
How much are they in cash?
Well, we really like secrets. I'm getting the feeling that you have lots of secrets. I think I would prefer those, really.
Do you think if we were doing work for Shemeska, that one of those secrets would be worth it? And would that be worth your life? Because I'm sure if we told it to you, she might not like that.
I'm gonna come up behind Radius here and say, look, as an expert in making threats against people's lives, this is not the right time, place.
I mean, you can make an intimidation check if you want.
Yeah.
By the way, Kneecap has been going around, kind of looking in the hollows and looking at the portals and such.
Yeah, they're clearly portals, but you cannot see through them to whatever's on the other side.
Oh, and he's like, I'm not threatening. I'm like, seriously though, like, if you know all these secrets, like, doesn't that make your life very dangerous? Because, like, what if you sell those secrets?
Well, you're engaging in hypotheticals that I do not feel are necessary for my continued happiness in my employment.
Oh, so you know that Shemeska would totally kill you if you knew some secrets about her, like the ones we have then.
I'm not sure what you're asking me to do at this point. Do you want, if you can make an intimidation check if you want to.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to be intimidating, then...
Oh, no, he's actually not. He's actually being like, why would you want all these?
Well, you can make a persuasion check instead if you want.
Yeah, he's just literally asking him, like, honestly and truly, like,
Sure. Well, then make a persuasion check. Well, but you're also not at this point asking him to, like, you're not asking him to do something. You're kind of just engaging in speculation about what is or isn't dangerous.
Yeah, and just want to know, like, why would you want to do this job?
Just because they don't accept gold in exchange for
Yeah.
platinum tokens doesn't mean he doesn't get paid.
Sure, but those are secrets.
With the 13, he just smiles and says, "I assure you, I am well taken care of, sir."
Hey guys, maybe we should do secrets then. If it's lucrative.
If it's Luke, I mean,
Um,
we have learned some things while out for Shemeskas. Perhaps now is the time to cash some of those in.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
I have many platinum chips here behind this desk available to those who would choose to have them.
How about just like how our various adventures went along the way? The things we would be telling Shemeska anyways when we reported in.
Are you
Right.
asking me? I do not know
I'm
what
ta-
these.
I'm talking to the rest of the party.
Yeah,
Understood.
it's like-
Yeah, yeah, I
I
think
will
so.
wait until you address me as Cool Cook. I will
Yeah.
stand by.
Yeah. I think we could. Yeah. If
yeah,
we,
let's
yeah, if
just
we,
report to him and see how much that gets us.
yeah, we
Uh,
can tell we can tell about the assault on Asgard. We can tell him about 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 the conflict in Sylvania. We can talk about how we killed a beholder down in Hopeless.
And that there's like the fact that there's probably going to be some kind of regime change in Hopeless might be really big news.
Yeah, that
I mean,
might
probably
that
not
might,
a secret, but we're probably
no,
one of the
well,
first people to.
well, give him knowledge in advance. Give Shemeska knowledge in advance, so that could be useful. Yeah, so Tarsus will start telling the tale. Not quite as good as a bard, but
Oh, she's long dead.
I'll start spilling out the nuggets of our various adventures. The one thing I will not talk about is the time dragon.
Okay.
The time dragon's our friend, and I'm not going to betray our friend.
Mhm.
Spies. I mean, I need the time dragon as
Me,
ace in the hole at one point. So no, the time dragon does not get brought into Tarsus's narrative.
So, we can definitely abstract actually telling the whole story. I think you get a sense when you're telling the story that he's really not so much interested in it like a travelogue.
No,
As much
focused on the
sure,
points, yeah.
but certainly things that people might not know much about. Like for example, when you mention that there was like a mole inside of Rigus that was giving the tips
Well,
for the invaders from
invasions,
Acheron,
yes.
right? That one he says, yeah, that's good enough to earn a token, for example.
The godling in the party town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
The-
think that
yeah.
one. Yeah.
perhaps
So
uh, the hags that were
The hags, yes,
Oh, the hags.
yes, the trio of hags,
mhm,
and their machinations that not everybody knows about because we fell for them ourselves. So
I think at one point he says, "Your eyes, sir, are the eyes of someone who has been told a secret."
yes, you know what, I have not told the rest of the party my secret, but I will go up to him and whisper it to him.
Okay. And so I think the rest of you watch as Tarsus spends like a full minute whispering, and he's just going, "Mm-hmm, yeah, mm-hmm." All right, well, that's worth a chip.
That one's
Um,
just that
I-
one's solely for me.
I think that with all of your different, adventures here, I will say that he deems your story worth 7 chips.
Seven chips, including the dread secret of the multiverse.
That one got 1 chip by itself.
Okay, good. That's what makes okay.
So now between you, you have 8 platinum chips. And he says that is what you can use on the games, any of the games that we have here in the platinum rooms.
what what are behind portals?
That is where the other platinum rooms are, of course. We have the portal there. He gestures to the white glowing one. That is what we call Dungeon Land, where the little adventurers out there in the cosmos are working so hard to achieve their quest goals, and we bet on them. And there, he gestures to the pink one, that is the Super Temporal Arena, where we find extremely big, slow moving events out there in the multiverse, and then watch them and fast forward and bet on them. And that one, in the red, points to the red one, is the Fiend's Ante. They are essentially playing a three dragon ante, but it is a, let's say, high stakes table.
What about empty rooms?
Well, I will give you one guess, and I bet you will be right.
One of them leads to the ever so gracious employer who may have left us out to dry.
Well, I was actually going to say they were empty. But yes, it is true that when it is open, one of the empty portals, empty alcoves, would have a portal in it, but as it is right now, there is no portal, therefore, empty.
Is
Yeah,
the
empty.
is this being inside this little circle, or is it on the outside as well?
Oh, well, I think, that I didn't put the token there, but I think he's inside, he's standing inside the little circular desk.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
But it's just a desk. It's not like,
yeah.
it's a nice desk, but
What do we do?
We pick a room and we go through. Obviously. I don't think there's any way around that.
I'm like adventurers, small adventures.
Sure, Dungeon Land. Let's give it a shot.
all right. So,
Yeah, I think we're going to Dungeon Land.
okay, so all of you go through the little white portal there. Whoops. And as you step through the portal, you find yourself in a new area. An electric crowd, or rather, an eclectic crowd of onlookers cheers, and as an image in a floating crystal depicts a knight being ravaged by a violet striped saber-toothed tiger. Several similar drifting
Not me.
crystals display other armed individuals exploring ruins and engaging in death-defying feats. Beneath, on an island of bare stone floating amid a misty expanse, stands a plain archway and a circular desk attended by a well-dressed tiefling. Luminous symbols on a placard above the desk spell out bets, submissions, and enjoy Dungeonland. And there's a player art handout for Dungeonland.
Dungeon Land. The most magical place on earth.
There are several anime. Like I'm thinking Sword Art Online that has something like this.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
It's also got shades of X Scroll going on.
Mm.
How many of these dungeons were just set up for the purpose of these gambling events in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kneecap has a specific thought in mind with this regarding his overarching goal. Like random adventures. Maybe one might be familiar.
Yeah,
Maybe.
one might be your sister.
Yeah, it could happen.
All right. So
Okay.
All right, so
the
So it's
tiefling
Sean.
behind the counter noticed you came in and nodded to you with a smile.
I'll give a nod. I I think I wound up with all the coins, so I will pass out one coin to each of my 4 compatriots, and so
The other-
that means I have 3
or-
left, 3 of the common pool left. 2 of the common pool left if I count one as my own common pool plus my own secret one. Okay, so yeah, everybody else has a coin to do what they want. We may want to see the other places before we actually bet anything, but
Yeah.
this is a good place to look at first, I think.
Yeah.
We check out the tables before we bet, kind of like the last time we were at the casino. We check out the stuff before we actually pay any money.
So, Kneecap is going over this one and
Okay.
just seeing what's there.
I think at the moment, roll a d4. An adventurer runs holding an armful of jeweled sculptures that resemble various desserts. Behind them, a furious woman in crimson regalia screams, "Off with their heads!"
Oh, nothing but a pack of
A little bit
cards.
of a wonderland.
So, Radius will ask the lady at the counter. So, how does the betting work?
Ah, well, I'm glad you asked. So many just like to jump in without even finding out how the game works and are often disappointed. Excuse me. It's very simple. Several of these crystals are games in progress, and you will want to wait until they finish. But when a game is ready to begin, you, for 1 platinum token, will bet whether you believe that the adventurers will win or the adventurers will lose. And then, once you have placed your bets, the adventure will begin, and you will watch and cheer for the adventurers you like, or boo against the ones you don't. And if you like, you can also submit magical items to be added to the dungeon, which can influence the results. Once a magic item is delivered to the dungeon, however, it cannot be returned. Mechanically, the way this is going to work is that you're going to you choose your bet before the adventure begins, and then there's you're going to roll a d10 at the end to see what's the result. However, if you submit a magical item to help them and you have bet in their favor, you can roll the d10 twice and pick the higher result.
Oh.
So these aren't pre-recorded adventures.
Oh no, of course not. After all, this is an entirely fair game here. It is something that we, there are adventurers having adventures all the time out in the multiverse, and we have our ways of finding them and broadcasting them here.
I muttered to one of my companions, I wonder if we ever showed up here.
Huh,
Yeah.
maybe.
She leans down and winks and goes, "I'll never tell."
Do we have any magic items that we don't want?
I don't.
No.
Don't-
A few
It
bets
must
have-
be of at least uncommon rarity.
Oh.
The magic items I have I all want to keep.
That's entirely fair.
I don't think my swan boat qual's feather token would be helpful to many people.
I mean, if it shows up on
Well,
D&D,
mechanically, it doesn't necessarily. It doesn't matter if you think that item would be helpful to them as much as putting it in there increases the odds broadly.
Right.
We're not literally going to roll out a whole little mini adventure here. It's all just abstracted to the one roll. So the point is that any magic item of uncommon or more rare
Actually, I think Spine would love to see what what an adventurer made of that, because she's been carrying it around for a while and does not consider it terribly useful. So so yeah, I think she's going to wait for one of these games to start and
Okay.
bet her platinum on it, and turn in the Qual's Feather token.
Okay. I think who all is going to bet on? Are you all going to pick one and all be around that one together?
I'm just gonna watch. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah, I'm
bet at
gonna
this
just watch this first one.
Okay.
So I want to see all three rooms anyway before I start winning
Sure,
Go
sure.
money.
Uh,
I'll bet the opposite of
okay.
of
Bet
Spine.
against the person
Yes.
I'm betting for.
Okay.
Great,
So
great,
so
great.
Spine, you are betting that the adventurers win, and you're submitting the
Yep.
Qual's Feather Token
Yeah.
Swan Boat edition.
Right. Right.
Okay, and Radius, you are betting that the adventurers lose.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, how are they going to use a boat?
I don't know. There's a number of different little like brief scenes in here, but not like whole lengthy narratives, of course. But I think that the little clip that we see of the montage of everyone watching this, we see a beast with the body of a turtle and the head and appendages of a monstrous bovine breathing noxious gas at an adventurer. I think they're dealing with a lot of I was gonna say you guys wouldn't know, like Greek mythology inspired. I'm just saying. I don't mean the players. I mean the characters.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
I
about
think
to
the players
say,
are all
'cause-
on this.
Yeah, it's fine. But in any case, though, I think as this adventure goes on, there is a moment where the adventurer finds this token, and what they end up doing is at the point where they've got the treasures and they're running away from the masses chasing after them, they use it to block a room.
Clever.
Hey, you,
Yes, but as things stay tense, there's people cheering and booing at every up and down of this adventure. Like, how are each of you sort of handling the watching of this?
I mean, since they can't hear us, I'm a little okay. Spine is at first like, why is anybody bothering to cheer or boo? But then as things like start to go back and forth and there's drama and tension, she's getting excited, and the hero has some the dungeon, the delver has some uses the boat to escape something, and she ends up cheering anyways. And that whole like really cynical um uh uh, uh I don't care about anything. I'm, facade that she's put up really just breaks down as she's watching this.
I think Kneecap is gonna try and keep an eye on the people around him.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, yeah. Is there anyone odd or anyone that like might be important to know?
Well, I think there's a couple of different ways to interpret that. I would say at a high level, this is the rich person VIP room for a casino that caters to gods and dragons and mind flayers and people from every different plane in the cosmos. So, are there any of them that are odd?
Well, okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Odd's going to be a relative term here.
Yeah.
I should say possibly important relative to our adventurer.
Okay, well, but you don't recognize anybody, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't run in these circles very often.
No.
No.
I think
No.
that the general vibe that you're getting from them here is that, like, however you feel about the idea of watching real adventurers risking their real lives to accomplish whatever, everybody else here thinks this is the equivalent of betting on a boxing match. And they are rich and powerful and strange. There's you know, a Githyanki warlord who you hear some complaining. It's kind of like, yeah, and we thought we had it in hand. You know, it was this island out there in the middle of the deep ethereal that just had a great big diamond at the center of it. But, you know, it just someone screwed up something somewhere. We got driven off. It was really, it's awful.
Oh, Xenophon is
Um,
happy somewhere.
you see you see a man in a really fancy wizard outfit, you know, kind of leering over a young woman holding a drink and just saying, "Yeah, you know, I invented that spell with the conjuring the giant spectral hand. You know, I mean, they named it after me, and I'll tell you something, honey, it's not the only part of me that's big."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Uh,
Based on what I know of
that
the
guy.
original character, that's actually quite a
100%.
character for Bigby.
100%.
Can
you
go
also
over
see. Oh,
and trip that guy subtly?
okay.
Or,
Well,
I guess, or he's probably sitting.
well, I said I was imagining he's leaning at the bar, but here's the thing: you can trip him subtly.
Mm.
Well, I think we would have to roll for that, wouldn't we?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Radius.
I mean, if you want to just
Kneecap.
bump into him, that's something.
What
But like,
Kneecap would do is go up and when he looks down, we'll see Kneecap just looking at him with uh, giving him the stink eye.
I mean,
I think
Okay.
he barely looks down at you and he says, "Sorry, kid, I don't give autographs."
Ha ha ha.
Dove, you don't want to piss off enough. All right.
Yeah,
well,
that
that's why
constitute
it's
as a
just the stink eye.
bad
So it's
plan.
time to-
Radius
Oh, sure.
will-
Yeah.
Radius hears that and like turns away from the screen that he's raptly watching. I'm like, "Do you need something to write on if you're looking for an interview? Or I mean, an autograph?" And he like reaches down into his trunks and pulls out a little pad and pen. Oh man, you always got to do it for the fans.
I don't think I do. But thanks for the tip. And then he puts his arm around the shoulder of the woman and kind of walks her away. And he's just, and speaking of tips. No, that was a bit, okay, that was a bit much. But that is the guy. Anyway, the adventure is occurring and it is time to roll a
For the roll.
d10 to see how it goes. Because you submitted a magic item, I'll let you roll it, Nabilis, for spine. You're going to roll a d10 twice, and you can pick the higher one.
Right. Oh, phooey.
Wow. Alas, it seemed like it was going so well, except that a little bit at a time, this is a party of adventurers. One of them falls in an acid pit. Another one gets an arrow to the knee, and then many more arrows to all sorts of other parts of him. And gradually, the adventurers are picked off one by one by events in the dungeon. And then two of them are on the verge of escaping when all of a sudden one betrays the other, stabbing him in the back. And then as
Wow.
he turns, he's crushed by a boulder. So, alas, the adventurers have lost in this one. And so your token is lost, but Radius receives a second token winning. So you basically, doubled your one bet.
Changed.
I'm good at this, man. I told you. I told you that they could, like, I mean, using the bow to block the thing it was a good idea. Like, but what are you gonna do after that? Like, they needed a game plan, and I think if they had have gone in with a better game plan, they would have done it.
Yeah. You notice that next to you, something that you thought was a potted plant, throws another token down and says, I think that the next party that goes into this tomb is going to pull it off.
Are you going to give them something to help?
I mean, if you want to give him something to help, like I think that would be a good idea. But what am I going to give him? Rocks? Would they
throw
want a rock? I guess. I mean,
I mean, they could throw them.
I think the lady doing the magic item submissions goes, no, thank you. So that whole process took about an hour.
No sign of Shemeska.
Nope.
Let's go check out the other rooms.
Yeah.
So everybody except Spine still has their token, and Radius is too.
All right.
I don't know how it turned into the treasurer for the party, but here we are.
You see him like put his tokens in his trunks.
Yeah. You've chosen to keep one regardless.
Well, yes.
All right. So, you return to that skull lobby, and which one would you want to go through next?
Long term, big event.
All right. All right.
What were the other two that they said?
The other one was
And,
The
Rudeganante.
fancy with high stakes.
yeah. So
Souls.
yeah, the super temporal arena and fiend's ante. But super temporal arena, you guys are you're moving your tokens around, which is fine, but it makes it harder for me to move them as a group. That's all right. Cool Cook is not coming with you. I think, yeah. So you first pop into this room here, this little smaller one, and then as you, a sharp tiefling in a stylish gown stands behind a black podium in this stark white room. On the wall behind her stands an archway filled with violet energy. A similar arch provides entry to this blank space. And this tiefling says, "Greetings, I am Amber Atwood. Welcome to the Supertemporal Arena. We are presently featuring the eons-long struggle between Bolwalg the Cosmic Rot and Volshiz the Ever Empty. But we are still accepting bets. You may place a bet of 1 platinum chip on either Primordial. And then you may pass through the archway to watch."
So we have to bet in order to watch.
That is generally the accepted rules. Strictly speaking, you do not need to place a bet, but it is rare that anyone would choose to do so, to enter without having placed a bet.
How long does this conflict last?
Well, strictly speaking,
From our point of view.
well, it is a little bit complicated, you see, because the arena in there is designed to watch what is actually happening over many thousands of years, to watch in the space of a few minutes. However, it is important to know for mortal creatures that there is some time displacement that occurs.
How much time displacement?
For creatures which find themselves subject to the ravages of age, there is a let's see, it is she's looking up the latest exchange rate basically. Say it looks like at present mortal creatures will age approximately 10 years for every 6 seconds they spend in the arena.
Oh,
thank
wow.
I mean,
This is why many people do not choose to enter unless they have placed a bet.
That makes sense.
Even if it lasts a minute, that's 100 years of age.
I'm okay not going in. Right. That sounds like a little too rich.
I mean, if you're a godling with more time than sense, then that makes perfect sense to go spend it in there. But we are too mortal, I think.
Correct. I think
Yeah, I think I've seen enough. How about the rest of you?
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe going up
I
to
think I'm good
I mean,
without that.
I mean, even something like a high elf would be hard pressed to go in there.
and yes, they
As as
okay.
far as and as far as how long my species lasts, well, no one actually knows that, which is rather terrifying if for me to go in there. I might age and die
Yes, I will
because.
going to the center.
But
And
thank you so. I will turn to the concierge. Thank you so much for your explanation.
But of
Wh-
course, if you change your mind, we'll be here.
What's
Understood.
the so what's the last one? It was
The Fiendish.
The fiend, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fiend's ante.
let's go check that one out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
All right. Uh, okay. Let me move your tokens up there. Ah, come on. And then put Amber back where she was. All right. So as you return back to the lobby and then through the last of the portals,
Oh my God, not again.
hmm a lone archway stands atop a cliff overlooking the scorched cities and scourged terrain of a war-racked world. Nearby, a ring of onlookers keeps a wary distance from a massive scaled devil and a fiery demon playing a game of cards. Thousands of stars in the night sky bear red or green nimbuses. And there are tiefling attendants moving amid the crowd as well. And um, I think one of them sees you arrive and says, "Welcome, are you newcomers to the Fiend's Ante?"
We are.
Yeah.
Ah, welcome then. So currently in the game we have Vixshir the Pit Fiend against Bolmaz the Baelor. They're both generals of fiendish armies locked in the eternal blood war, you see. And currently they are playing with for the stakes of various material plane worlds, and he gestures to the stars and saying they are gambling over the right to conquer those various worlds. They are playing their own game, and many choose to just watch and observe their game. But it is possible you may buy into the game yourself if you like with a platinum chip.
does
Platinum
that
ship's
feel
worth
a
an
little
entire world. Okay.
familiar?
So and like, what if we win? Do we get to invade those places?
Yes.
Right.
Well, strictly
Recap.
speaking, what you win is the right to invade them. We make no guarantees to your successful conquest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kneecap is gonna kind of yeah tap on the tap on his on Radius's knee and shake his head.
Now, what if I lose? Does it or just I'm out of the game?
Yes, yes. If you lose your token, well, see, strictly speaking, what happens is you buy into the game with a platinum chip, and that exchanges for these iron tokens, and you get a dozen iron tokens for one platinum chip. And if you lose all of your tokens, then you are out of the game. But of course, you can always exchange more platinum chips for more tokens.
Oh. Huh.
What are the personal consequences for entering the game and losing?
Well, generally speaking, both Vixshir and Bulmaz are happy to have other people lose tokens to them.
'Cause I don't see too many people stepping up to want to play with them.
Well, many find that it is entertainment enough to watch the game. Certainly, we do have a general rule that fighting is discouraged.
How long has this game been going on?
Oh, well, they have been playing for some time, but you can play as long as you like. You certainly can, if you decide to cash out while still having many of your iron tokens, you can exchange them for more platinum chips. For example, if you double your iron tokens in the game and then leave the game, you do not have to, you would sacrifice your right to invade those planets, but you could exchange the tokens for platinum back into platinum chips.
I'll try it. I've got
Alright.
an extra chip anyway.
You do have an extra trip. That's a bold move. Let's see how it pays off for you.
All right. You can exchange for up you would you like to buy 10 excuse me, a dozen tokens for one platinum chip?
Yeah.
Very well. So I think you're handed these first of all, these are like solid iron and they're like 3 inches across, these great big tokens. And I think it's like just holding a dozen of them. You're strong enough to do so. You're pretty strong. But at the same time, it's like,
Pretty hefty.
yeah, it's pretty hefty. And you are given those and you are escorted up to the table. And when you sit at the table, you feel just a brief sort of magical psychic suggestion that you need to choose a color.
I like periwinkle blue.
Okay. As you think that to yourself, you look and above you, a dozen of the stars that were not currently glowing either blue or green or red now are glowing periwinkle blue.
Oh.
All right. And so this is a game where we're not rolling each hand. What we do is we have a roll that is represents like 10 minutes of play. Was anyone else wanting to buy in, or are you just kind of watching?
I would just be watching.
Okay, fair enough.
Watching.
Sure.
Watching for the moment.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think that as you are setting up, after every 10 minutes of playing, you can make a dexterity sleight of hand or a wisdom insight check. It's a relatively high DC.
Yeah.
But go ahead and...
I'll make insight.
Yeah.
Ooh, 16.
A 16, unfortunately, is not enough. And so for that first 10 minutes, you are going to lose half your tokens. So you're down to 6. You could get another dozen with another platinum chip if you wanted, or you just keep going with your 6. But for this simplified version of the game, we're not going to go down to like individual tokens. You basically, if you lose with 6, you're out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep playing.
Big bucks, no Emmys.
All right, so another 10 minutes go by. Both Vic Shear and Bulmaz are, they're kind of, like they're acknowledging you as a player at the game, but you don't sense a huge amount of respect. They mostly see you as a brief interloper who is adding more tokens to the economy of their game. But they are very, the other thing you can tell though is they hate each other. However, they have, for their own personal reasons, chosen to divvy up the rights to conquest for these worlds via this game instead of regular fighting. And you can see that they're ambivalent about that decision.
And he, and Radius kind of looks around at them. He's like, "Have you guys like fought before? Because like I've got a buddy that I've fought before. We locked it up in the gridiron." And who won?
Are you trying to encourage them to maybe fight each other?
No, well, he wants to. Well, he's asking to see if they've had fought because
Mhm.
if they had, then he's gonna be like, well, who won? Or was it like a draw because like you couldn't beat each other?
There have been many complex battles between their forces and mine. Rare is the opportunity to test your might against a single demon. And then the other demon says, I like the and the demon side says, I'm right here if you want to do it. Otherwise, play your hand.
Hmm.
Man, I like last time someone said that to me, I totally hit him with a chair.
I
They
Like I
chuckle
told
at
him
so,
I
this.
so
was sta-
yeah, are they like growing out of the ground?
The
Because
chairs. The chairs are like they're like just little
yeah,
like a
stone.
pillar. They're probably
that's
Yeah.
rocks or
probably
something.
why. So one can't easily hit another with a chair.
Mm.
Hey, if he tells you to do that again, you should totally look at him and be like, hey, just bring it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause this
And
is how
that's
you
how
cut
we
a good
started the
promo.
blood war.
Mm. I mean, the blood war's already started. That's
Yeah.
not a
I know,
problem.
I know.
But but in any case, they're looking to like they're fine for talking, but you still also have to be playing. So
Okay.
unless you're trying to persuade them to like if you wanted to
Yeah,
like goad
I
them
will
into fighting
absolutely
each
try to
other,
go.
you
I
could do
will try to
that. But
goad them.
oh yeah, make a deception check.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, so I think that at least right now, um, let's see.
And that's with a -1.
Um, hang on, I'm just checking something. Um, oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, so you have got them reacting to each other in a little bit more of a hostile way. Like it will take a bit more to get them to actually start really fighting for real. But you have gotten enough of a success so far to get the feeling like these guys kind of want to fight each other, not play cards. But and so in the meantime, everyone else, you're all just watching.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
watching with avid interest. This
Okay.
is weird. This is like watching a real life game of like Stellaris with
Yeah.
high stakes.
So what I'll say is that strictly speaking, um, people who are not playing could also try to do stuff, but bearing in mind that whatever it is that you're doing, there's going to be more sort of it's a different reaction between someone who's just talking because they're in the game is going to be treated differently than someone who's shouting stuff from the crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, obviously, if there was any attempt to cheat.
Yeah,
So,
Kneecap is honestly cowering just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's yeah.
So
You got freaked out by that Baylor before, and this one might be a bit tougher. So
yeah. So right now, I think we're ready to make another roll for the game. If you lose this one, you will be out of the game unless you buy more tokens.
Oh.
So once again it is sleight of hand or insight.
Here we go. Insight. 18.
Aha, an 18 is a success. So you double your 6 tokens back to a dozen tokens.
Oh, that's how I do it. I'm great at this.
Nice.
Oh,
Although, can I see can I see if they've lost? Did they lose to me? Or did they lose
Well,
any
so
there?
bear in mind that, like I said, each one of these rolls represents 10 minutes of playing, which
Oh, yeah.
several hands would be happening.
Oh, okay.
So the doubling there is to reflect like
Just over
that's
the overall.
ups and downs generally trending.
Huh, looks like I'm back on top, guys.
They grumble. Are you going to continue to try to goad them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he'll look at one of them and be like, so like, if he invades you guys, like, or has he invaded you guys, or maybe you invaded him and that's what you guys are doing, like, it's like chess, right? Because like y'all don't want to really lose to each other, right? Like I'm not like, because I mean he definitely called you out earlier and you just totally like looked at your drink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
So I like this, but it is still going to just be a straight roll unless anyone else is doing anything to try to like assist. It seems like no.
No.
All right,
No.
so straight up deception roll then.
Here we go. Oh, it was
Okay.
oh,
Yeah. So unfortunately, with a 1, I think they don't backtrack, right? Like they don't suddenly
Right.
become like more friendly, but you don't accelerate it either.
Okay. Darn, it was so close to a nat 20.
Well, except that it turned into a 1 instead.
Yeah.
But
'cause
yeah.
also, I'm doing this with a -1, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I was asking if anyone was doing it. Because bear in mind, like, there's a crowd of people watching. The rest of you are in this crowd.
Right.
But
And remember, he's a showman. He likes putting on a show.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in any case, let's get a third round of play. So this is once again, insight sounds like what you're preferred to roll.
26.
Whoa, nice! So you've doubled your tokens again. So now you have 24 tokens.
You're
And
now.
this is why, in the name of the Deator, I am your unified under multi-world champion.
I think with that increasing with paired with the winnings and with the let's see
Oh, and
let's see so paired with your winnings and all that, I'll let you make your deception with advantage.
and he says, but you know what though? I bet it's because he's distracting you. He's taking away from your gameplay. He's got you off your game. You
More of
should
those
not
stars are
take-
turning blue, by the way.
Yeah. It's okay.
Like you should totally not take that, because like again, I hit a dude with a chair, and you could have like a cool lightning sword whip thing, man. Like you guys are demons and awesome. Like you're metal, and he like throws up the horn.
All right.
Here
So
we go. Try it again. -1 for the win.
well, that's
Oh.
okay. Well, an 8 for the first one.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's right. You did give me advantage.
I did.
Try it
Yeah.
again. Oh, not enough.
13. Yeah, unfortunately, like they're kind of stabilized. They've plateaued in their dislike of each other. If anything, you're increasing their dislike of you.
Me.
Yeah.
Maybe you cash out. I mean, you could cash out while you're ahead because right now you'd be up a token.
Right. Well, the truth is that if you win one more in a row, then you are considered to have won the game. So
Oh wow.
yeah. So time for the next roll here. Yeah. Was that
19.
19? What was that 13? That was an insight, not a
did it roll?
deception. So never mind. It's okay because it's just
Yeah.
that was supposed to have been your advantage deception, but it
Right.
certainly wouldn't work.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
a 19 insight is a win, and so that means that you have won the game. And I think there's a moment where
Oh my
like
God.
you've got all of these chips, and first of all, just from sitting on the table, they're very hot. Like they're not literally like burning scars into your flesh, like Raiders of the Lost Ark or anything, but uncomfortably hot to hold. And I think as you have bankrupted both of these two at the
Wow.
current table, all of the stars that were glowing are now blue, and they are looking at you like they're going to, buy in again to start a new game, but they're also glowering at you like if you know it's good for you, you'll move along.
And Raiders will get up and he'll lug all of his tokens with him. And as he's going, he's like, I still wouldn't have taken that. It was totally disrespectful. And he basically questioned your valor, dude. You should totally not take that.
Go ahead and make another deception with advantage.
Oh,
Kneecap would let. Okay.
Ah, 6.
Okay, well,
with
with advantage?
Oh, with an advantage.
Yeah.
Trying to get through. Lucky. Nope.
No,
Ah,
yeah. I think, yeah, it's.
It just me. Clunk.
It's
But
not meant to be.
no. So I think you make your way over to the cashier, and she says, "Congratulations, sir, for clearing the table. You are also entitled to 3 platinum chips." They hand you the 3 platinum chips, and here you go. And she hands you a very fancy-looking scroll with all sorts of like glowing golden, embossed filigree writing on it, and it appears to be a list of all of the star systems that you have won the right to invade.
And wait, you said they doubled each time I won, right?
Yeah.
So it went from 6 to 12, then 12. So
It's 48 systems.
yeah.
Jeez. Wow.
Huh. Wonder if I can sell it.
Well, you don't
mean-
own them. Remember, you just own the right to invade them. You don't own the systems. You just
Well,
you
yeah.
use it as an invasion right.
And
Yeah, but you
probably
can still sell that.
That could be sold theoretically if you
I
wanted
can
to talk
see
to.
that. Being awaited, someone gets their own multiversal empire, like start of it's like have like 48 places they can invade, sell 3/4 of them
I'm
for.
surprised you're not going to hand them off to the Dator guy.
No, I'm gonna start my own wrestling promotion in the name of the Deator across all 28 star systems.
48.
48.
He's not good with numbers. Give him a break.
No, he's
That's
not.
why
He's
he
not at all.
needs me.
I think that there's a moment where hearing not good with numbers, and then both of the pit fiend and the Baylor just kind of give this dirty look, like,
Sucks for you guys.
mhm.
Let us
Yeah.
leave while we can still leave with all our limbs attached.
I
Yeah.
think the cashier does kind of lean into you and saying, "Congratulations, sir. Although I would just caution you, since you have been very successful at the games today, that it is generally considered evidence of cheating for a single person to win all 3 games, and the security would be called if that were to occur."
Oh, well,
Understood.
no, I don't. I don't.
Because she's
need
won
to cheat.
already too.
Well,
So that means I've got 5 now.
Okay, so we're going to walk away from the cashier.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, you've got 4 because you had 2 coming in here. You paid 1, bringing you down
Yes,
to
I got
1.
4.
Then you got 3, so you have a total of 4.
in a small
Well-
section of the universe.
Yeah, and a small section and a small section of the right to invade the universe.
Yeah.
Kneecap and Corey each have 1. Spine has 0. I have 1 plus my extra 1 plus holding the other 2 in abeyance.
How much? So when we get out of this one back into the main little area, like, I'll ask them. So what are these? So when I turn these in, what do they? How much do I get for them?
Well, like if you wanted to exchange them for gold.
Yeah,
Who are you asking? Are you asking the cashier in here or back in
the main attendant, the main
Oh,
where
okay.
all the portals are.
Korkug or whatever his name was.
Kulkuk was the first
Kulkuk.
one. Kulkuk was this one. And he says, "Well, gosh, we tend to cater to the VIPs of the multiverse in here, and it is actually somewhat rare that anyone were to choose to get cash instead. But here, I'm sure
Are
this
there
can be done. Let's see. Let me look up." He
Are
pulls
there
up
prizes?
he blows dust off of a little book.
Radius goes though. Wait, are there prizes too? Like, can I go pick them like off the wall? You know, like those places you go for like parties and stuff.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
you are, of course, entitled to use the chips to gamble more anytime you want.
Oh, cool.
Perhaps you could get many rolls on the big wheel.
No, I don't. I've already. To be fair, I think I pressed my luck a lot. I would have thought they would have punched me though at the table, but they did.
I think they were thinking it, Radius. I think they were thinking of
Yes.
it.
Probably,
You
but
were
they said it wasn't cool to keep
I'll
winning.
say, so what I'll say is that if you are so vulgar as to wish to exchange for, currency, we offer an exchange rate of 500 gold per platinum chip.
Cool. He's like, I'll take it.
You're doing that now? Okay.
Yeah.
No, dude,
Wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait.
hold on. Before you do that, I'm gonna gesture him away from the concierge room.
He's like, all right.
He's like, okay.
Okay, we want to talk to Shemeska, right?
Right.
Winning all 3 games would get her attention. So I think you should take those coins into the last room and try and win.
But like, I'm not like, isn't there like timey-wimey stuff?
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah, that's the third one.
That one's that one. Yeah, I don't see how we can do that. Wait, there's one room we haven't gone to. What's that?
No,
No,
table?
no, no. The yellow one
no.
is not active. That is the
Oh,
portal
okay.
that will open
Yeah.
if security comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do we do something? With that,
And
Shemeska
I'm
is a
pretty
that time one
zen.
doesn't seem.
did the one in the uh oh the long term thing.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Did they say that you had to be in there to bet?
Yeah.
Or to okay.
Well, so you have to watch to observe the outcome in order to know if you win or lose. Because of the nature of the arena, if you're outside, you don't get to see what happens.
Because it would take too long to get the result.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ah. Hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty zen. I'm not that zen.
I mean, if only there was something about your characters where if you were to die, something would
Thank you,
happen.
GM. Thank you,
Oh, wait.
GM.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah.
Right.
dude, you need to do it. You need to do it. I mean, you'd be involved in something primordial.
Games of Destiny, even. And you have already won 2 games, so you're the right person to do it.
Yeah.
If any of us do it, I mean, that's not going to bring Shemeska, but someone winning 3 games?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
I
I
mean,
think you
might
need
be
to go in there and do it.
Hey, can like
Now,
can you
as
guys-
speaking as a player,
Mm-hmm.
I love this version of Radius, and I don't want him to die.
if only he was a bit higher of a monk, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Because literally at some point he just stops aging.
Mm-hmm.
Although to be
Wow.
fair, it's weird because he then can still die from old age, which is weird.
Here,
You stop
so
feeling the
He's
effect.
not saying the effects of old age. But
Yeah.
So here's one thing that I will say is that because all of you are so clearly like a group, it's probable that if any of you were to win the 3rd game, that would be considered the same. It doesn't necessarily have to be Radius as an individual, because the concern is if there's cheating, maybe the rest of you are helping, right? Like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can any of you call,
I mean,
can any of you call an animal? Specifically a beast.
Like, why? I probably could, but why? What we
Well, I don't have to go in there if someone could go in for me and I could
I-
see through their eyes. But
Mm,
pretty
uh,
sure your fuzzy little animal's definitely gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what? Kneecap will go.
Yeah, the metagaming question is what skills are best for winning this game, and that's the person who should go in.
Let's see. What are the? Oh, well, I don't. Let's see.
I mean, it sounds like a coin flip to me. This is like primordial influence in a
If it's a coin flip, then
parallel
any
Yeah.
of us-
universe.
and-
So
then any of us might do it.
mechanically, here's how this works: is that we're gonna roll 3d6 to see how many minutes it takes for the battle to finish, and you're gonna basically you're gonna have to age 10 years per minute that it takes.
So it's 10 years per minute. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was 10 years per 6 seconds.
So
Okay.
it's
That's
like
better.
theoretically between 30 and 180
Yeah.
randomly. And that is, of course, assuming you pick the winner.
It is if you pick the winner.
Right. All right.
Can you
One
use,
could,
so
could bet for, and the other could bet against. That way, guaranteed
mean-
Travis would win.
if it's since it's a 50-50 shot, could I use inspiration to get advantage on the 50-50 shot?
Sure.
Is it a D20 roll?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it would be it's a percentile.
I mean, it's either that or what Dove suggests. Two of us go in. One bets for, one bets against.
Well, there's no actual rule against betting on both, is there? If you got enough.
I
points,
think
right?
that it's one bet per
Oh.
person.
You
You could bet more than one token, but you can't make
Oh.
competing bets
Oh,
against yourself.
This is what we do. You and I go in. We each bet one side, one against the other side, and we guarantee a win one way or the other. And that will bring Shemesk out. And one of us may die.
Well,
I think I think trying to metagame, trying to put an animal or something else in is just not going to work. I think we have to step into the bear trap here, both of us. Are you with me? Are you? Think this is the greatest wrestling match yet.
Yeah, but it don't get to punch anything. But we'll do it. It's fine. Especially if we hedge our bets basically.
Well, we're hedging our bets.
Do I have this 4 ready? I think I do.
I'm just reading this from
Let's do it.
Warforged. Most Warforged take up a typical Warforged is between 2 and 30 years old. The maximum lifespan of Warforged remains a mystery. So far, no Warforged has shown no serious deterioration during the age. You're due to magical aging effects. So it's up to the GM whether I age.
Well,
or
the
die
other
or
thing
not.
is too that like I think depending on your species, like I think gnomes live longer than
Yeah,
humans, for example.
That's why kneecap. Basically, kneecap has somewhere around 300 years left in him. So
All right, if you really want to do this, I mean, I'm stepping up because I'm the lawful good one around here.
I mean, perhaps me and Tarsus, because we're potentially the longest lived.
If Radius, if you want to keep your winnings, then Kneecap and I can do this.
How long? Tieflings live the same amount as like humans and elves, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying
basically.
to look it up.
Well, elves live much longer, but
Right.
tieflings are about the same as humans, I believe.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So if there's no other objections, I think Kneecap and I go do this. I bet on one side, he bets on the other, and we see what happens.
Okay.
To bet on the empty.
I will bet on the whatever the other one was. I forgot that.
Yes, it is currently between, where is it? I just read it, and now it's Bulwolg the Cosmic Rot versus Volshes the Ever Empty.
Yeah, full sheath is who I am. Who
Okay.
Kneecap.
I'll go
All
Bulwark
right.
the Cosmic Craft.
So they accept your bets. You pass through that portal, and then you see all manner of strange immortals filling rows of seating inside a gigantic glass viewing sphere floating amid swirling energy. An unfathomable distance away, two incredible beings composed of stars and crackling magic are locked in the throes of cosmos-shaking battle while the audience shouts and cheers. A single gate filled with violet light exits the orb. So now, um, let's just for fun, the two of you are in there. Let's get a 1d6 roll from each of the other three. So for Spine, Cora, and Radius, each of you roll 1d6. And so the total of the three is how long it will take. Got a 3,
Two.
a 2,
And E6.
okay, 5.
Wow,
So
it's
that's
A nice
10.
round number.
Yes, 10.
100
So
years.
basically, in the arena, you are it doesn't, you don't perceive it taking 100 years, but you're watching it and it feels like 10 minutes. But the eventual winner, let's see who wins. I will roll. I'll just gonna roll a d20, and if it's 11 or higher, it's Volshiz. If it's 1 through 10, it's Bowalg. And that's Bowalg is the winner. So I think what happens is that you don't feel any different in there. But as you pass through that portal to return, there's not especially because a gnome could theoretically live long enough, so that's not an issue. Warforged could theoretically live long enough because it's not really established. I would like each of you to tell me, how do you look and feel different aging 100 years in a moment?
I think Kneecap, I, his, somewhat sharp features are more just like chiseled, as if he spent that 100 years under stress, and he's got the slightest lightening of some of his red hair.
As far as Tarsus, he was originally gold. Now he's kind of got this green bronze, like green rusted bronze patina on him. I'm gonna have to make a new token. Yeah, he kind of looks kind of like the male Statue of Liberty now as far as his color.
All right. So the Amber Atwood says, congratulations, here are your winnings. Looking to Tarsus. So sorry, good luck for next time, to Kneecap. She is looking maybe a little bit like, a little tense, but she's trying not to show anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I assume you go back out to the lobby.
Yeah.
Yes, where you are going to see that one of the previously empty portals is now glowing. Alcoves is glowing with a golden portal, and there are 2 Warden Archons in there. I'm going to share a handout with you right now. Warden Archons. They're humanoid bear people in fancy armor, and they're magical. They're technically like celestials.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, actually, not just like, they literally are.
They are. So.
But yes, they look to you, and as you emerge and say, we understand that you have had an inordinate amount of luck at the gambling today, and we must request that you come with us for questioning.
Okay. and Kneecap just walks up to him and just waits to be directed.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm with it.
All
I
right.
would
Can
use
before
that
can
now.
can Radius change in his coins before he leaves?
No, no, no. Yeah,
Before we left?
you are suggest. It is suggested you should bring them with you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Give me just a moment here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So they escort you through that portal. Um, and you are in a very fancy little room here. Let's see if I've got a description for it. Colorful silks and mosaic patterns cover the walls of this airy entry chamber. Several shallow alcoves line the the room's perimeter, and to the north stands a platinum double door. At the center of the room, a crystal sphere hovers over an ornate burbling fountain. And if you look at the crystal sphere, you can see that it's showing, depending on what angle you look at it, it's showing you basically images from all of the different uh,
Gaming rooms.
area
Yeah.
gaming rooms. Yeah. And so you are brought in there, and they ask you first, please place all of your platinum chips and or other gaming tokens on this table.
Okay. So yeah, so we have 3 coins from Radius, 1 coin from Cora, 3 coins from me, 2 plus the secret one, 0 from Kneecap, 0 from Spine, and I had an additional coin that I never doled out to anybody. So I turned
Um,
into the treasurer for the party. How that happens?
yeah.
Yep. So it should be 5, 6, 7, 8 coins total.
Yeah. So here's my question for you. These guards have taken you into the back room because they suspect you of cheating. Now that you are in this room, are you still just going along with them?
How many of them are there?
For
There's
for
2
now, it's
guys.
these 2 big guys. They are pretty big. They're bear guys.
I'm kind of
We go to the
looking at
violence portion.
looking at the rest of my party,
Time for violence.
like
No.
raising eyebrows.
Shaking my head.
I mean,
So they're basically asking you at this point, once you put all the platinum chips there, they say, and now the weapons?
sorry, I
I
can't
give up
let
both
go of
eyebrows now.
Yeah. I will scoop up the coins at that point, and I think.
Okay, well, then I guess we're going to. Well, how about this? I think that what's actually going to happen right now is we will have a brief exchange of narrowed eye, angry, hard stares, and then we will have to see what happens when we return for more adventure next time. However, it is not going to be next week because I will be traveling next week. And the week after that is Thanksgiving weekend. I don't know if folks will be available or not. I will
I'll
be
be
back
back.
the week after
We'll
Thanksgiving.
see.
Yeah, I might be. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We can talk later.
Well, in any case,
Talk
it,
offline.
it won't be next week, but hopefully the week after, we'll find out what happens as the skeleton crew is finally brought into the high security area of Shemeshka's casino, and we'll find out next time when we return for more adventure on so many levels.
So many
So many
levels.
levels.